Rishi Sunak has attacked Liz Truss's plans for the economy before facing each other in a live TV debate. It's happening tonight. And Ms Truss has won a significant backer. The former Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, who was reputedly described by Rishi Sunak as his political guru. He described him as his Jedi Knight, in fact. Was it Jedi Knight?
Jedi Knight?
Jedi Knight, yeah. Just turning to Tom Harwood for clarification on that one. Yeah, Jedi Knight.
Meanwhile, they famously saw a Star Wars film together about a year ago, I think it was. And there was a photo posted on Twitter of both of them standing in front of, I think it might have been one of the new ones.
This is the blind leading the blind.
It really is. There's a very famous photograph of the two of them standing in front of a big Star Wars poster, nerding out over one of the new releases.
Point is, Tom, he's knifed him, hasn't he?
I think that...
Lightsabered him.
To some extent, this might not have been the most surprising thing in the world. Because let's not forget the pitch that Sajid Javid himself was putting forward when he was standing to be leader of the Conservative Party. I went along to his leadership launch and he handed out to all of the assembled press there a pretty weighty document of economic reform. He wanted to cancel the national insurance rise. He wanted to cancel the corporation tax rise. He wanted to push forward a more radical economic reform agenda that is very much more in line with Liz Truss than Rishi Sunak. So potentially friendship and history and sharing the same job aside, the very fundamental of economics might have been what's to play here.
And it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I know throughout the leadership contest, it's being the legitimate heir to Margaret Thatcher has been in play as an idea, and yet wasn't it Sajid Javid who had a picture above his desk of Margaret Thatcher? And that was years ago, right? So, I mean, he's a Thatcherite.
He is. When he became business secretary back in 2014, he erected an image of Margaret Thatcher in his office, and he was always seen to be one of those who was within that sort of caucus of the Conservative Party. There's an anecdote, actually, of him meeting Margaret Thatcher himself as a young Conservative activist that he often brings up, that left a profound effect on him as someone who then wanted to go into politics. Yes, a Thatcherite, although, of course, it must be said that Rishi Sunak is also trying to cast himself as that role, endorsed today by Margaret Thatcher's former Chancellor, longest-serving Chancellor, Nigel Lawson, in the pages of The Telegraph. So Nigel Lawson saying that the Rishi Sunak approach matches more Margaret Thatcher, at least her initial approach to combating inflation. So yes, two visions of Thatcherism here that are being fought out, although if we're to believe the polls, not just from YouGov, but also the Conservative Home website, their members' survey, they're showing that Liz Truss is just so very far ahead, and potentially, just potentially, that might have factored in to Sajid Javid's calculations too.